Hi everyone, it's Miss D. I have my pointer finger with me today. We are going to talk about the letter B. B is for bats and bones and boo. But don't be scared. Don't be afraid, because it's just my friend Boo. He's saying his name, Boo. When you see the two O's together, you go ooh. So you make a buh. Ooh, boo. And I thought today I would share with you a story about a baby bat. And this baby bat's name is Stellaluna. Now, a lot of people think bats are creepy, scary creatures, but they're really not. They're really very fascinating, and they are mammals just like we are. Mammals starts with the letter M. So let's read the story of Stellaluna. In a warm and sultry forest far, far away, there once lived a mother fruit bat and her new baby. Oh, how Mother Bat loved her soft, tiny baby. "I'll name you Stellaluna," she said. Each night, Mother Bat would carry Stellaluna clutched to her breast as she flew out to search for food. There's Mother Bat, and there's little baby Stellaluna. One night, as Mother Bat followed the heavy scent of ripe fruit, an owl spied her. On silent wings, the powerful bird swooped down on the bats. Dodging and shrieking, Mother Bat tried to escape, but the owl struck again and again, knocking Stellaluna into the air. Her baby wings were so limp and useless, just like wet paper. Down, down she went, faster and faster, into the forest below. The dark, leafy tangle of branches caught Stellaluna as she fell. One twig was small enough for Stellaluna's tiny feet. Wrapping her wings around her, she clutched the thin branch, trembling with cold and fear. "Mother!" Stellaluna squeaked. "Where are you?" By daybreak, the baby bat could hold on no longer. Down, down again she dropped. Boom! Stellaluna landed head first in a soft, feathery nest, startling the three baby birds who lived there. Stellaluna quickly clambered from the nest and hung out of sight below it. She listened to the babble of the three birds. "What was that?" cried Flap. "I don't know, but it's hanging by its feet," chirped Flitter. "Shh! Here comes Mama!" hissed Pip. So Flip, Flitter, and Pip are the birds' names. Many, many times that day, Mama Bird flew away, always returning with food for her babies. Stellaluna was terribly hungry, but not for the crawly things Mama Bird brought. Finally, though, the little bat could bear it no longer. She climbed into the nest, closed her eyes, and opened her mouth. Plop! In dropped a big green grasshopper. Can you see the picture? The pictures in this book are fabulous. Stellaluna learned to be like the birds. She stayed awake all day and slept all night. She ate bugs, even though they tasted awful. Her bat ways were quickly disappearing, except for one thing. Stellaluna still liked to sleep hanging by her feet. Once when Mama was away, the curious baby birds decided to try it too. When Mama Bird came home, she saw 8 tiny feet gripping the edge of the nest. "Eek!" she cried. "Get back up here this instant. You're going to fall and break your necks." There's all the baby birds with Stellaluna. The birds climbed back into the nest, but Mama Bird stopped Stellaluna. "You are teaching my children to do bad things. I will not let you back into this nest unless you promise to obey all the rules of this house." Stellaluna promised. She ate bugs without making faces. She slept in the nest at night, and she didn't hang by her feet. Stellaluna behaved as a good bird should. Remember, Stellaluna isn't a bird. She is a bat. All the babies grew up quickly. Soon the nest became very crowded. Mama Bird told them it was time to learn to fly. One by one, Pip, Flitter, Flap, and Stellaluna jumped from the nest. Their wings worked! I'm just like them, thought Stellaluna. I can fly too! Pip, Flitter, and Flap landed gracefully on a branch. Stellaluna tried to do the same. Something tells me it wasn't quite as successful. Oh no! How embarrassing! Look at Stellaluna, didn't quite land so gracefully. I will fly all day, Stellaluna told herself. Then no one will see how clumsy I am. She's going to fly all day so she doesn't have to land. I wonder if that's a good strategy. I wonder if it'll work. The next day, Pip, Flitter, Flap, and Stellaluna went flying far from home. They flew for hours, exercising their new wings. The sun is setting, warned Flitter. We had better go home or we will get lost in the dark, said Flap. But Stellaluna had flown far ahead and was nowhere to be seen. The three anxious birds went home without her. Now, I don't know if you know this, but bats usually come out at night because they have a special way to see in the dark. But birds don't have that. So that's probably why Stellaluna is okay with being out in the dark. But let's find out what happens when she's in the dark. All alone, Stellaluna flew and flew until her wings ached and she dropped into a tree. I promised not to hang by my feet, Stellaluna sighed. So she hung by her thumbs and soon fell asleep. Look, there's her feet, but the top of her wings have little thumbs at the top. I bet you didn't know that bats have thumbs like we have thumbs. She didn't hear the soft sounds of wings coming near. Uh-oh. Hey! A loud voice said, "Why are you hanging upside down?" Stellaluna's eyes opened wide. She saw a most peculiar face. "I'm not upside down. You are," Stellaluna said. "Ah, but you're a bat. Bats hang by their feet. You are hanging by your thumbs, so that makes you upside down." The creature said, "I'm a bat. I am hanging by my feet. That makes me right side up." Stellaluna was confused. Mama Bird told me I was upside down. She said I was wrong. Wrong for a bird, maybe, but not for a bat. Stellaluna has never seen a bat before. Not that she can remember, because remember, she's very, very tiny. More bats gathered around to see the strange young bat who acted like a bird. Stellaluna told them her story. "You ate bugs?" stuttered one. "You slept at night?" gasped another. "How very strange," they all murmured. Wait, let me look at this child." A bat pushed through the crowd. "An owl attacked you?" she asked. Sniffing Stellaluna's fur, she whispered, "You are Stellaluna. You're my baby." "You escaped the owl?" cried Stellaluna. "You survived?" "Yes," said Mother Bat, as she wrapped her wings around Stellaluna. "Come with me and I'll show you where to find the most delicious fruit. You'll never have to eat another bug as long as you live. But it's nighttime, squeaked Stellaluna. We can't fly in the dark or we will crash into trees. We're bats, said Mother Bat. We can see in darkness. Come with us. Stellaluna was afraid, but she let go of the tree and dropped into the deep blue sky. Stellaluna could see. She felt as though rays of light shone from her eyes. She was able to see everything in her path. I wish I could do that when it's dark. Soon the bats had found a mango tree, and Stellaluna ate as much of the fruit as she could hold. I'll never eat another bug as long as I live, cheered Stellaluna as she stuffed herself full. I must tell Pip, Flitter, and Flap. Do any of you like mango? I think some of my kids like mangoes. The next day, Stellaluna went to visit the birds. Come with me and meet my bat family, said Stellaluna. Okay, let's go, agreed Pip. They hang by their feet and they fly at night and they eat the best food in the world, Stellaluna explained to the birds on the way. As the birds flew among the bats, Flap said, I feel upside down here. So the birds hung by their feet. Wait until dark, Stellaluna said excitedly. We will fly at night. When night came, Stellaluna flew away. Pip, Flitter, and Flap leaped from the tree to follow her. I can't see a thing, yelled Pip. Neither can I, howled Flitter. Shrieked Flap. They're going to crash, gasped Stellaluna. I must rescue them. Stellaluna swooped about, gathering her friends in the air. She lifted them to a tree, and the birds grasped a branch. Stellaluna hung from the limb above them. Oh, look at, she's holding on to her bird friends. Oh, and now she's protecting them. We're safe, said Stellaluna. Then she sighed. I wish you could see in the dark, too. We wish you could land on your feet, Flitter replied. Pip and Flap nodded. They perched in silence for a very long time. How can we be so different and feel so much alike? Mused Flitter. And how can we feel so different and be so much alike? Wondered Pip. I think this is quite a mystery, Flap chirped. I agree, said Stellaluna. But we're friends, and that's the fact. Isn't it a great story about families and friends and how different bats are? If you find this book in the library, you can actually see there's all about different bats and how bats have thumbs, and so do we. And how owl and bats don't usually get along. Now, Stellaluna is a fruit bat. There are lots and lots of very different kinds of bats. We have bats here in the mitten, and sometimes in the summer, just as the sun is starting to set, if we look way high above our trees, we'll see these little black things. They're probably about the size of my hand. And those are the bats that are coming out. And our bugs here in the mitten our bats in the mitten actually eat bugs. So we love the bats to be flying around here. I hope you enjoyed Stellaluna. And I can't wait to do more things with bats, bones, boo, and the letter B.